What's going on, man?
Man, we got a lineup today.
We do. I mean, we've been going through this journey of different distillery products,
Yeah.
and here's a new one.
It's
Well, not a new one, but a different distillery, I guess.
Yeah.
And in case you haven't figured it out, we're talking about some Buffalo Trace today. So
Smells awful good.
it does. We just poured these a few minutes ago, and the aromas are filling the room. So I dig it. So got I guess, a lineup today. I don't know. A lot of people have some strong opinions about Buffalo Trace. I guess for us to share our opinions, the best way to do it is just grab a glass and sip away. So we'll start with the standard. This is a Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey. I'm sure it says on here, but memory serves, it's a 90 proof. I don't see it. Yeah, hidden. 90 proof. So this is one that I think when I first really started getting into bourbon, this is one of the ones that I was like, I gotta get that.
It was, and Buffalo Trace used to, and I think we did that because at that point it was easily accessible.
It was.
And then it went to a point where you couldn't find it anywhere.
And then if you did find it, it was like limit one per person and all these sorts of things. So it got strangely hard to find. And
it did.
I know part of the reason for that is Buffalo Trace's parent company is Sazerac.
Yeah.
And I think they were playing a war with the distributors or trying to muck up the system a little bit. So I think there were some games being played.
Yeah.
And I think that goes to be said for all of these, honestly. Some of them even yet today.
And it's odd to me because typically distilleries, which to me Buffalo Trace is their, I don't want to say the bottom barrel, but it's their opening offering they have.
Right.
And it started to be, you couldn't get it.
I know.
So then you had no hope to get the other stuff.
I know. I know. It's really hard to find. And it's funny, even today, I think some of the stuff is easier or difficult to find depending on where you live. So, strange, but, if you find it, well, let's just talk about it. So, a lot of sweetness. It's like candy.
It's like candy.
It smells like candy.
They put out one of the sweetest bourbon offerings that you can come up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't remember the mash bill, but maybe and maybe but is this a weeder? I can't remember.
I don't know if this.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know if this one is.
I don't know either, but a lot of candy on the nose, sweetness, some other things lingering there. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon for me, I guess. Picking up anything else?
Outside of those baking spices, and cinnamon's definitely there. It is a very dessertish to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you have a pie or a cake or something. It's here.
Yeah. All right, here we go. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet, low on the heat, low on the burn.
It's a good drink.
It's a
really good drink.
It's a really good drink.
It's kind of reminiscent for me of that first time that I had it. I haven't had. We just broke the seal on this one. I haven't had this in a while. And I used to always keep this on hand. And then there was a stage where I didn't, probably because I couldn't find it. But I think it's one of those ones that you keep in your bar.
Oh, I think every decent bar is going to have Buffalo Trace.
And because everybody has heard of it. And even non-bourbon drinkers are going to be tempted to try it because they've heard so much hype about it. So for one thing, I guess the distillery has done a good job with marketing.
They've done outstanding at that.
But it's really sweet, but not
overly sweet.
Not overly.
I mean, it's nothing you're going to say, oh gosh, I'm going to get sick if I drink too much.
Right.
I mean,
but it's like you said, that proof is spot on. I think they've done a great job with this one. It's a solid pour.
It isn't, and
especially for the price that you should be paying for this.
Correct. And that's the
kicker. It should be around $28 to $32.
Yeah.
If you're paying a lot more than that, you're probably overpaying.
Yeah. But the cinnamon is coming through. Mm-hmm. I mean, the cinnamon's coming through. Sweetness comes through.
Yeah, it's like a cinnamon candy.
Yeah, this is a solid pour. I'm glad to see it's becoming more readily available. I mean, that's the key to this.
Absolutely.
That's how you're going to grow the business and grow
That's right.
the crew, and so everybody that's coming in is looking for Buffalo Trace. I mean, I see people ask about that
all the time,
and companies are even trying to kind of mimic this, because people will say, "Well, I don't have Buffalo Trace, but I have this."
That's
right.
right.
And so it's one of those industry pillars that people use to market. So
another industry pillar is a famous, or it's become an infamous bourbon, and this is Blanton's. I don't even know what letter I got, but every one of these little toppers, the horse toppers, they're different, and they all represent one of the letters that spells out Blanton's. This is, I don't want to say insanely difficult to find, but it's hard to find.
It's pretty difficult.
And if you do find it, you're probably going to pay $150 or so, I'm guessing.
Right?
Yeah. And I've had this one for a little bit, but it's a cool bottle. And the thing about Blanton's is I think it's the original single barrel.
It is.
I think so, right? They started the whole idea of single barrel with Blanton's. If you can find it for, I would say if you can find it for under 100 and you've never had it, it's iconic, right? This is one of the coolest bourbon bottles there is. Now we're going to tell you if what's inside is any good.
It has a really good nose.
I think this is also a 90 proofer, right?
It's a 93.
93.
Yeah.
All right. I was close.
I knew it was a
93.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful nose.
It's outstanding.
Not quite as sweet on the nose as the Buffalo Trace. Softer. I mean, there's a little bit more, maybe even floral, dare I say, on the nose, maybe a little bit.
There is.
And I would expect.
They tone the sweetness down.
Even though it's a little bit higher on the proof.
Yeah. And what is this?
I've had this one for a minute.
Barreled. How many years is this one barreled? Is this
I don't know. It probably says. It may say. I don't know if it says.
I don't know if it says either, to be honest with you.
Well,
it just, in the reason
if I find it, I'll pop it up on the screen.
It tastes like it's barreled longer than this.
Yeah.
Because there is more of that oakiness that comes through to me. I think that's what kind of, because the proof is marginally different.
Yeah, there's definitely more oak on the palate, for sure.
So I think it's barreled longer, but I couldn't tell you.
Well, and I'm guessing, too, whether it is or it isn't, because I don't think this has age statement. Whether it is or it isn't, that could be some of the effects of the single barrel. Because, I'm sure I've had other Blantons besides the one that I have, but I would guess that they all might have different slight taste variations depending on the year and the barrel and that sort of thing. Because it is a single barrel, right?
Yes, correct.
But there's a lot of butter on this for me. Oak and butter.
Yeah.
The sweetness is there, but it's very, very subtle.
Yeah, the butter to me is like the buttered corn, and it's come through,
and
so
it's damn good.
It's good. Yeah, I always blame John Wick. Watch the John Wick movies. He starts drinking this, we can't find it. It's off the shelf, and it's
maybe I don't know. And, maybe there's a correlation.
Yeah. I'm not gonna screw with John Wick. So
I heard they're coming out with a new one, so
can't wait.
It's a good series of movies. So it's a good drink.
Yeah.
My only gripe about it is it's expensive and you can't find it.
Yeah, well, it's expensive because of secondary market.
Yeah.
If it goes by MSRP and you can't find it for that, it's worth every dime you're going to pay for it.
Yeah, and there's some sites that I've seen that will sell it. But again, they're selling it for like $150.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I've had it. I'm glad I had it. Would I buy another one for $150? I'm going to say no. If I found it for under 100 and I found one, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah. I don't wish it very often that I lived in Kentucky. But there's days that I wish I lived really close to the Buffalo Trace Distillery that I could go there on
every day. Yeah. Just wait till they roll them out. Because some days they bring it out on the shelf, is what I'm told. All right, let's go to number 3. This is Elmer T. I think he was a distiller for Buffalo Trace, and I think he might have had something to do with Blanton's. But this is a 90 proof bottle, insanely difficult, impossible to find.
I can't even tell last time I seen one on the shelf.
I mean, and I bought this secondary a few years ago, so
Yeah.
but it's insanely difficult. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody seeing these on the shelf, so I don't know if that's the case. If you know where to buy them on the shelf,
Let us know.
let us know. Maybe you can maybe we can make a deal. But again, another Buffalo Trace product. Hmm.
No, to me, the nose isn't as good as the first two to me. On
No.
This. It's just, it's softer to the point it's duller to me. It's just kind of.
There's not a lot of notes on the
No,
nose.
there's not, which is surprising because this is one of your chase pieces when it comes to Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
You're chasing this.
Yeah, and it's I mean it's not a terrible nose. It's just not as good and as aromatic as the Blantons or as the Buffalo Trace. So let's dive in. It's good. A little bitter on the end.
Yeah, I get cinnamon on the up front.
Yeah, but it's like it's very watery.
Correct.
Yeah. Not a lot of viscosity on this. Very thin.
Yeah, it just seems like they've cut it, almost overcut it.
Yeah.
The oak is weak.
Yeah, you got to hunt for it.
You got to hunt for it. And I think that the bitterness at the end is almost like a wet wood a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a unique and this could just be this batch. I mean,
who knows? I mean, again, it's fine. It's good. It's a $40-$50 bottle, in my opinion. I don't know what the manufacturer suggested retail price is.
Yeah.
It's not one of those things that should be impossible to find.
It shouldn't be. I agree with that. It's another one of those that in Buffalo Trace it kind of falls in line with the if you can get it at MSRP, it's well worth the investment. Slightly over maybe.
This is not. If you really, really want to, of course, go for it. But this is not a chaser. This isn't one to go like hunting for and trying to find. But it's good. And I heard a story once that Elmer T. He actually preferred to drink his bourbon mixed with like Sprite or ginger ale or something like that.
He probably got beat up in the parking lot. It's
Well,
absolutely.
drink it how you want to drink it.
Yeah.
But anyway, for what it's worth, if you're chasing a bottle from a guy who, legend has it, actually mixed it with like a Sprite, maybe that's telling you something right there. So, anyway, last on our Buffalo Trace lineup, and there's quite a few other products in the Buffalo Trace family, of course. These are just 4 I happen to have. This is the also one that a lot of people are out there hunting, trying to find. Some markets you can find this on the shelf readily available. We don't live in one of those markets where Jamie and I live. And this is the Weller Antique 107. You might have saw a video in the past, not that long ago, where I said it wasn't worth it, and I got a lot of comments about
mail.
that.
I think they were throwing rocks at you in the driveway. I mean, it was out of control for a little bit.
And I'll explain why here in a moment. The nose on this is predominantly baking spices for me.
That's correct. I mean, and I was trying to pull something different.
I'm not pulling a lot of depth in this one either.
It's baking spices. And that's okay.
Maybe some pepper, like black pepper.
Yeah. But a lot of people love the baking spices, and I like baking spices, but that's what it is. I mean, yeah. There's not a lot of, I don't get butter. I don't get corn. I get
no sugary.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. All right, here we go. So I get the baking spices do come through for me.
Yeah.
I get some minerality, if that makes sense.
I think that's where I'm at. I'm just, you're just kind of.
My beef with the bottle, I mean, again, it's okay. It's still not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my least favorite of the 4 today for sure. My biggest issue isn't what it tastes like; it's the hype around it and what you pay for it when you find it. I remember when I grabbed this one I paid a marked up price, and when I popped it open and tasted it, like, God damn, that stuff is I can't believe I paid that for this. That was my maybe buyer's remorse on that one.
And I know a couple videos. We've done it on a couple videos. We've had Evelyn Symphony A3.
Mm-hmm.
I would take that over this all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just has more notes to me.
Yeah.
And at a price of less than $20.
Right.
I can buy God knows how many of those for what you probably paid for.
I know.
This.
That is true.
And so it's not terrible if you can get it for a reasonable price. And if you have not had one, go get one.
Get it.
Go get it.
And I've had friends that, when I shared in that video a while back that this was not a bottle I enjoyed.
Yeah.
They've already reached out to me and said, hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
John, Ryan, if you want it, come get it. It's still here.
Yeah.
There's this much left.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, all in all, what are your thoughts about Buffalo Trace?
It's a good product line. It's a little overhyped when it comes to the secondary market.
Yeah.
That's
my biggest issue.
To me, Buffalo Trace and Blanton's
Yeah.
are the stars on this for this.
Yeah.
But if you can get an MSRP,
Yeah.
go grab it. Now, if one of these are your favorite, go get it.
I'm sure I have favorites that you may not enjoy and Jamie may not enjoy. But that's the thing about bourbon. There's so many options that you can get into. Drink what you enjoy first and foremost. So anyway, appreciate you all tuning in. We got plenty in the past that we've done and a heck of a lot more coming here in the future. So be sure to dive in and check out all the content. What else? We're good?
We're good. Appreciate the growth of the group.
Yeah, and I love the comments. People
absolutely.
are chiming in, giving us some feedback, telling us where we missed the mark on a couple of things, or maybe agreeing with us on a couple other things.
Yep.
So thank you all for leaving the comments, and we'll come at you again here real soon.
Yep.